My name is Ian Stern. I'm the area manager in the East Bay Business Banking Group, and I'm here to talk to you about what you should do if you're a new BFO in a new marketplace, how you should go about getting yourself started. There's really four things that you need to do. The first thing is to establish yourself in the marketplace, get yourself out in front of some people, get some exposure. The second thing is to familiarize yourself with the marketplace. The third thing is to get to know who your competitors are so you can know your competitive advantage. And then the fourth thing would be to develop a strategy for getting in front of customers. In order to get yourself some exposure in the marketplace, the first thing you'll probably want to do is go to some Chamber of Commerce meetings or visit some local branches and see if you can tag along to a Rotary meeting or a Lions Club or a Kiwanis Club, because that's where you run into a lot of small business owners. It's important at that time not to really be worried so much about looking for loans or looking for deals, but just to get your name out and find out who other key players are in the marketplace. The deals and the loans and those things will come with time, but if you don't really know who's who in the market and who your competitors are and where you're going to get all your deals from in the future, it's going to be hard for you to look at a deal-by-deal basis at that time. In terms of familiarizing yourself with the marketplace, the best thing really to do is just get in your car and spend an afternoon driving around, because you really don't know where your customers are until you've been out there, looked around. The newer parts of town where you see a lot of development going on, a lot of construction, those are the kind of businesses that are going to need capital and are growing quickly. You'll see other areas that are more run down or at a mature stage, and those businesses might be looking for financing just to stay in business, and we're going to have a less likely chance of booking a loan for those types of businesses as for an expanding business. But once you get to know your marketplace and you get comfortable that you have a good reputation in the marketplace, you need to start to understand who your competitors are so you can go out there and try and pick up some business. And you're probably going to run into three types of competitors. You're going to run into your community banks, your commercial banks that basically have come down market to do small business loans because the middle market area has got quite competitive, and then you're going to have your finance companies. So when you get out there and you find out who most of your competitors are, you can figure out what your competitive advantage is, because at Wells Fargo we offer a lot of products and services that no other competitors have available. Once you've got your name out in the marketplace, you understand who your competitors are, and you're familiar with your market area, you can develop a strategy for calling on the businesses. And really, you just have to decide what works best for you. There's no right way to do it, but you just have to be diligent in whatever method you choose. Some people prefer to pick an industry, whether it be manufacturers or professionals or distributors, and then just try and call all those in their market area. Other people prefer to pick an actual business park or location in town that has a high percentage of profitable businesses that are growing and call by a geographic area. And then finally, if you're real competitive in some area, it's a good idea to look at those types of businesses. For example, if we're offering refinance of 7A loans and there's a 7A lender that's charged really high rates, maybe you'd like to go and try and pull a list of all the loans outstanding to that lending institution and call those companies. So that'd be a good opportunity by a competitor where we know that we have an advantage over the competition. Referral networks. I think a lot of BFOs think that you get a referral network where you have one or two referral sources that refer you all your deals and they keep you really busy. But really, establishing a referral network is about having plenty of referral sources that all send you a deal every once in a while. And the best way to develop that network is to work with your existing customers or the people that you do business with. And the best time to get a referral from a customer is when he's signing loan documents. You know that your customer is happy with you if he's signing your loan documents, otherwise he wouldn't be taking the deal. And after a while, when you pass off your customer to the account manager, to your business banking officer, you won't be in regular contact with him or her. So that's a good time to ask for the referrals. And when you ask for referrals, make sure you call them right away. Don't put them in your desk. Don't wait till the next week. Call them right away, and then call your customer back and let them know what happened with the referrals. That's a way to ensure that you'll get more in the future, because it's a sign that you're interested in both the referral and the person who referred you the business if you keep both informed of the progress. One thing I'll mention, though, is you want to be careful that you don't disclose personal financial information between referral sources. You might just want to say you worked on a financing project for your customer or something in real general terms, because you have to remember all the information is proprietary and sometimes it's easy to get carried away in those situations. Daily activities. There are some daily activities as a BFO that you should do on a regular basis to ensure your consistent success as a BFO. It's really easy when you're busy and everyone gets to that point where they have 3 or 4 applications that they're working on and they don't have time to return their own calls that they're getting in every day. That's the time when it's really important to set aside time to make some outbound calls to prospects. Even though the last thing you want at that time is another package on your desk, if you don't make those calls on a regular basis, what's going to happen is you're going to be really busy working loan applications, you're going to get done, you're going to book your loans, and then you're not going to have anything to do for a week or two. So the whole key to it is to always set aside a certain amount of time each week to call your referrals, to call some new prospects, and then spend the rest of the time doing the work that you need to get done. Another way that you can save time in your day-to-day activities is when you're working on loan packages, to make sure you have a complete package when you start and then work it from start to finish. If you get a half a package and then you start to spread it or you start to do some of the preliminary work and then you never get the rest of the package, or even if you have to go back, you have to basically relearn what you already put into the computer, it's going to take a lot more time for you to get the thing done. So what I usually do is if I don't have a complete package, I'll let the customer know I'm not even working on their package until I have everything. And if I don't get it after a certain amount of time, I send back what I have. Because there's no way for you to make your credit decision without all the information, and customers think that you're working on a package if you accept any of the information up front. So get a complete package and then work it from start to finish and get it done and move it out.
Hi, my name is Brad McCoy. I'm an area manager in the business lending division in San Fernando Valley here in Southern California. Previously, I'd been a business financing officer and probably through every step in the evolution to what is the business financing officer today. I'm going to talk a little bit about commercial real estate brokers and what you can do to help penetrate that network and make it your own so you can get up to speed faster. A couple things that have probably been talked about quite a bit in different segments that you've seen since you came to Wells Fargo are success tips from other BFOs and CPAs as a means of networking. Well, there's another group that we're going to have a chance to work with, and you're going to have a chance to work with, which are commercial real estate brokers. They're probably as networked, if not more networked, than CPAs when you're talking about the small business community. And our goal is going to be to help you leverage their network to get you up to speed as fast as you possibly can. So a few things to consider as you get started working with commercial real estate brokers. One thing is that even though when you're dealing with a commercial real estate broker, they may not have a transaction happening today, they're a wealth of information because of the transactions they've done in the past. For tenant improvement work, this can lead to refinances and expansion, working capital, lots of different things that you're going to be doing as a business financing officer. You can use them as a pivot point to those other transactions. The reason that I was asked to talk is I built a program for dealing with commercial real estate brokers and helping to build that network. And when we talk about some of the strategic things that why these people are important and how we're going to go about doing this program, the next step will be to talk about some tactical things. The commercial real estate brokers' buyers are motivated by the same things that our borrowers are: expansion, growth, and business opportunities. One thing you got to help the commercial real estate brokers understand, and this is really your responsibility, is that we're salespeople also. One thing that helped set me apart from other bankers and lenders, for that matter, with commercial real estate brokers was the fact that I made them understand that I was a salesperson also. I didn't make money unless I made loans, which meant that I had as much of a vested interest in doing that deal as they did. Some realities today as it relates to dealing with commercial real estate brokers, because you also have to be careful because they get paid to do the deal. They don't get paid to consult, they get paid to close. One thing you'll find in the market is that commercial real estate brokers get paid what are called spiffs, or referral fees, for referring deals to banks. We don't pay those, and at least right now and for the foreseeable future, we're not going to be paying them. So you want to be careful about that. So that leads you to the next step, which is find out what the broker wants. Because if you're not paying them a referral fee, you've got to give them something that helps them out. And the biggest thing is close their deals. Be the person that can make it happen. Because in the long run, that's more valuable to them than any referral fee that they can get from a bank. Make them look good. One thing that brokers are not, for the most part, are finance professionals. When I first started working with brokers, I got a lot of calls from brokers asking me what the payment was. Once they would refer me a deal, they'd be going out on an appointment and they'd call me up and say, "Brad, what's the payment? You know, how much on a 30-year loan? How much on a 15-year loan?" And it occurred to me at that point, which was actually the genesis of the comparative financing